My God, you guys, as bad as you think Trump's Project 2025 is, I just found out that it's worse. I literally just got off a call where I learned about a bunch of stuff that I didn't even know was in there, and I took notes for you. Now, of course, we all know that Project 2025 is an extreme, unprecedented plan by the Republicans that will fundamentally alter the American government and make Trump way more powerful in a second presidency, not only than he was before, but than any American president has ever been. We know that Trump's campaign advisors and close allies wrote it, and they are now doing everything in their power to get him elected so that he can start carrying this plan out on day one. Now, more Americans are becoming aware of the broad outlines of this plan. They know it's going to be very bad for that access, terrible for IVF, terrible for contraception, and they know a few other things. It would enable Trump to conduct the largest deportation operation in American history. It would get rid of the Department of Education. It would allow the president to fire tens of thousands of civil servants, and this is people like intelligence officers, engineers, federal prosecutors, and replace them with Trump loyalists. Would allow the president to weaponize the DOJ against his perceived enemies, make it way easier to horribly discriminate against LGBTQ people, including getting rid of marriage equality. But then there's a bunch of stuff that people are not as aware of. Did you know that it would also take away workers' rights to organize, allow employers to stop paying hourly workers overtime, get rid of no-fault divorce, allow the government to monitor people's pregnancies to potentially prosecute them for, it would remove healthcare protections for people with pre-existing conditions. It would eliminate the National Weather Service. It would eliminate the Head Start program, which would get rid of preschool education for children of low-income families. It would put a new tax on health insurance for the millions of people who get health insurance through their employer. It would change tax brackets so the wealthy would pay an even lower percentage of their wealth in taxes than they do now. It would ban anything they consider porno. It would insert Christian nationalist ideology into the military. You know how Joe Biden made it possible for Medicare to negotiate with drug companies to lower drug costs and also got the $35 cap on insulin prices? Project 2025 would ban all of that. It would cut Social Security benefits by raising the retirement age. It would allow employers to deny employees access to birth control. It would undo all Biden-era environmental progress and replace all green energy with oil and nuclear. It would disintegrate the separation between church and state, but the red flag provisions that are preventing at-risk individuals from accessing firearms, would increase the size of the military budget while cutting spending on domestic programs. Also lays out a plan to defund public transit. I could go on. It's over 900 pages, and every single one of these things will happen, you guys. These are things that Trump has talked about, fantasized about, and that the people who are pulling his puppet strings are hell-bent on accomplishing should he win. It is a takeover by Trump and his loyalists, including his loyalists on the Supreme Court. This plot threatens our rights and freedoms, it threatens our democracy, and it threatens our pocketbooks, big time, all to help corporations, billionaires, and Donald Trump himself. They want power, they want control. This plan gives it to them and takes it away from us. And it will happen if we lose in November. Walter says spread the word.